this is going to be one long ass video, so go and get yourself some snacks. Hello, how are you and how's the lockdown going? I know everybody is so fried sitting at home and everyone just wishes to go back to college or work or whatever, but ठीक है, we're all getting our time out from everything. I think around a month ago I posted a picture of mine with no filter on and fat AF and I said this is the time that we can detox with our skin, with our body, and get into the shape and everything that you want it to be, and you weren't getting the time for it. And I'm actually like I'm very staunch and I'm very firm on my decision. I'm actually doing it, and I hope many of you too, and this can be all our journeys together. Eventually it will all pay off and when it gets all well. So I'll just get straight to the point, and the reason that I'm making this video right now is that this morning I asked a question that said ask me anything related to food, skincare, makeup, whatever. And many of you have been very kind and generous and have actually asked me a lot of questions about all three of them. But related to the skincare genre is something that I'd really like to say, because most of you had the same questions about skincare. It was related to acne and boils and breakouts and maybe a combination skin. And now that it's Ramzan and everyone is eating fried stuff and it's all coming on the face, and everything related to this or related to the hair fall, because our hair is actually not breathing since we're like indoors and stuff, and it's not, and we're always burned up. So I'm just going to start with acne scars, acne, boils, and oily face. So growing up, I was blessed with a great skin and of course great hair. It's all genetic, but I never really took care of it, and that's what I really regret, because I thought this is going to be flawless and I didn't preserve that skin. And right after I got married, I think in about a month or two, my weight started shooting up. I started getting like these acne and my hair started falling, and it was all hormonal change and stuff like that. Yes, it is true, this does happen. Many of you may disagree, saying that ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है कि शादी के बाद you put on weight and everything is a myth. No, it is not. Your system really does change, and it just drove me crazy that something like this happened with me. And I really thought this was like so sinful. Maybe there's something really wrong with me. I just knew it that's like something really wrong with me, and I was my worst self. I was my worst self. And then I started YouTubing and then looking for products and trying on new products, and just like a product after product after product. And the worst decision that I took was of not going to a dermat. I did not consult a dermat or a cosmetologist, and I just went ahead and did whatever I could. And since I never used anything on my face, I did not know the ABC of skincare, like literally the ABC of skincare. I didn't know that I have a combination skin or an oily skin or a dry skin, and I would just see somebody use something and I would pick it up and I would just think that, oh my god, it worked for so and so, but it didn't work for me. Instead, it's just multiplying. So, and then I just started like reading into it, digging deep, and finally I came to a conclusion that there are skin types. I am a certain skin type, somebody is a certain skin type, and what may work for them may not work for me, and what may work for me may not work for them. And that's the way I'm going to start with answering the questions today, that there are things that might work for me but might not work for you. But I'm going to simplify it as much as I can. If you're of the same skin type as me, which is oily, and you can also fry an egg on your face the way you can on mine during summers, then just use the same products as me. And if not, then I'll try helping you out with an alternative, and we'll work it through then. So, I'm gonna talk about oily skin, and that also correlates to acne and boils and stuff. If you might have noticed, if you have a oily T zone, which is like your forehead and your nose, the T zone, then you literally get boils and acne on this area the most, because that's where your pores are really clogged. And if it's like a Y zone, which is like, which looks like a Y, like year and year, which is also like very common, like these areas are like really common, and that's also, you know, accumulation of a lot of oil, and that's called sebum, and that clogs your pores, and it's like dirt and oil and sweat, everything together, like your pores really release it, and your pores are open mainly. So what really worked for me was the tube that I mentioned. So clindamycin, basically what it does is that if you have acne, like fresh acne, which is like, you know, has pus inside and it's still pulpy and it's still fresh, even if it's painful, like painful boils or whatever. So you just like take a little bit on your finger like a pearl, and then just dab it wherever you have pimples, and then leave it on to dry, leave it overnight. You can put it as many times as you want during the day. What it does is it dries off the acne, the pus and everything, and it just deflates the boil or the pimple. And once that's gone is when you would want to, you know, really start using different things to heal your skin. So first is when you start healing your pimples and your acne and your boils first, and it should be completely dry, because if it's still wet and if you do anything to it, and then your hand, no matter where you touch your face, it's just going to grow because of the liquid that's come out and the pus that's come out. It's going to go somewhere else and it's all infected, you know. So do not like, do not pick your pimples. Do not burst them, pick them, leave it. छोड़ दो उसको, उसके हाल पे छोड़ दो. तुम्हारी खुद की skin है, you've not borrowed it from someone. Don't be so harsh to it. I mean, just stop picking it. Like, really, just leave it alone. It'll heal. Give it time, it'll heal. Like, treat something with love and it heals. Same thing with pimples too. It's your own skin. You don't want to ruin it and make it worse for yourself. So do not at all pick it. And I'm saying this because when I had freshly got my first pimple, and I thought, oh my god, I'll just burst it and it'll go. And I did. And then I had like 1, 2, 3 more. And I was like, okay, so that's the first. Second is a cold compress. It's magic. It is literally magic. When I first thought of it, I was like when you sprain your leg or whatever and you have a muscle pull, is then when you cold compress, right? But then I was like, I don't get the point. What will a cold compress do to my face? But trust me, it's been over a year now that I've been religiously doing this one thing, and I don't miss a day where I do not cold compress. So the best time to do this is in the morning when you wake up. You will even feel fresh, in fact, with this. So when you wake up, wash your face with like whatever face wash you have or cleansing foam you have. Just wash it, and once you've rinsed your face with water, just take a cold chilled bottle of water and just like clean your face with it. Or you can even take a bowl, empty the water in that bowl, and then just dip your face for like 2 seconds each. Do this for like about a minute, and it's going to hurt you for the first 3 to 4 seconds. You're going to be like, what the hell, my face just froze. But trust me, you will feel fresher. What this does is it closes your pores down. It closes all your pores down, so you don't have that dirt coming in. And this is especially for people who have oily skin like me and have a lot of issues related to oily skin. Just do this. And if you don't want to do this, just take an ice cube or 2 ice cubes, take it in your palm, just like wet it, and then just like massage it all over your face till it's like melted off and disappeared. And then finally, when you wash your face, do not dry it with any sort of kapada, tissue, face towel, just a regular towel. Stop. Just let it breathe a little bit. Just let all that water sink in. Your pores have just closed down. Let the water evaporate naturally. I mean, that's what you do with your hair also, right? You don't want to, use a lot of heat, and you don't want to blow dry it or whatever. Just like leave it. Let it breathe. Let it be on its own pace. So once you're done with that, is there when you start with your daily routine of whatever you have in your skincare regimen. For me, oil-based products and moisturizers are always no. Like, my skin is already so oily, I don't really need a lot of moisture. So one of the main reasons that my skin went crazy is because I used all possible moisturizers of all possible brands, which I'm not naming because I think they're great and they really work for a few people. And I use them to, those cream based, lotion based moisturizers, and I would see my skin after about like a minute after putting it, and it would be like dripping with oil. And I would think that maybe this is how it is, right? That every product has an effect, and maybe this has to hydrate your skin, and this is the way it hydrates. And it would start irritating me, like it would start itching me, like not really itching, but I would just be like, ye kya ho raha hai yahan pe, and stuff. And overnight I would get breakouts. I would just like break out, and I would get acne. I was looking for answers, I came across one of my friend's profile, Alaika, and she was a skin consultant at Clinique, and she introduced me to these two products that have become a part of me. Like, literally, I cannot see myself a day without them. It is the Clinique 72-hour auto replenishing hydrator, or the 72-hour moisture surge, the moisturizer, and the Clinique oily to oily skin face wash. So both of these products are actually water based. They're for oily skin. They will leave you hydrated, but will not leave your skin irritated or oily, and it really works wonder for me. So thank you, Alaika. So you can get your hands on these products. Nykaa is delivering in most of the areas. You can just look them up. But that's when my skin game started changing, and while this was happening and my skin was healing, my acne left me love bites. That is the acne scars, and I really had to do something about it because they stopped coming back. But they just wouldn't go, and I've been blessed with a flawless skin, alhamdulillah. But this one thing was like really taking my confidence away from me, and I really had to do something about it. And that's when I came across this brand called The Ordinary, and their products, and I was very skeptical about using their products because I thought they would be high on acid. When I was like going through the the options of what called for according to my skin type, and it was like hyaluronic acid and zinc 2% and alpha arbutin, and I was like, wow, this is some serious shit that I'm getting into. But I was very skeptical, to be very honest, and I was so scared because I was like, if this goes wrong, then I'll prove that I'm really dumb. And no, it is beautiful. This product is beautiful, and this is not a paid promo from any angle. I am their client, I am a paid customer, and I have only used one product, which is the alpha arbutin 2% plus the hyaluronic acid for my acne. I'm still using this product, and I don't know if you can like really notice it. I need to be too close for you to see it. Over here there was like this acne scar because there were like 3-4 of them together, and it was just like black. It looked like a mole. And on my forehead also, I mean, I am sure you can see it now, like all over this place. And I had hyperpigmentation. So my entire mother's side of the family, everyone has hyperpigmentation, like it's in the genes. And moreover, it got worse when you're like, when you come in contact with a lot of heat. So if it's like sunlight or any other kind of heat, and in my case it was when I was working in a commercial kitchen at a 5-star hotel, in the pastry section, but you also are near the oven, which is like plus 200 degrees Celsius. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't cool because it looked like a natural contour, but it really lowered my confidence. It really did. And I started using this, and in like 2 weeks really started seeing the change. In a minimum of 2 weeks, now it's been almost a month and a half that I've been using it, and my bottle is still running. I got my hands on this product from the beautybarlounge.in on Instagram. Yes, they do deliver 100% original stuff. A lot of you might question that, when you are calling for something imported or international, is it authentic, and is it the right thing, and is it original? They are very, very genuine with their products, and they do deliver 100% original stuff. So it's not only with this brand, The Ordinary, but then they have all these Morphe palettes, and the Becca highlighters and other stuff. I think you should just like go on this Instagram page, which I will be tagging down, so you can go check it out and get your hands on these products. And yeah, so this was one, like Ordinary was one of them. And then I actually got into a lot of DIYs. I was like, maybe I could start using natural stuff, which will not have any kind of side effects, or which will not have any kind of chemicals. But in that also, I figured that things like turmeric, things like multani mitti or besan chane ka atta and stuff, it didn't suit my face. They would leave my face with rashes and even more breakouts. So I really tried eliminating that, and I started getting aloe vera gel and cooling agents in role play. And what really worked for me as a toner was apple cider vinegar. It really sounds really weird, and it sounds like, oh my god, what? Apple cider vinegar as a toner. It has a very, very pungent smell to it, and it will be on your face, like stuck on your face, and your face will smell awful. But the first few hours of the day, just use it. It's magic potion. So what you do is you just take 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and dilute it with 3 teaspoons of water. You don't want to use it just entirely on, and then just dab like a cotton pad in the mixture of your apple cider vinegar and the water, and then just like rub it all over your face, and then leave it. If it is a little tingly, it'll be there for a second or two, but then just leave it, and again let your skin breathe in, and let your skin just like take it in. But then just do this once a day, and every alternate day. Do not do it every day, because at the end of the day, even if it's like apple cider vinegar, it has a little acidity to it, and you don't want your skin to burn or anything, or come in contact with a lot of chemicals also, for that matter. You just want to be easy on your skin, like cool your skin down the much you can. If you have a lot of acne and clogged pores, like you just need to start cooling your skin down. So with aloe vera gel, what you can do is, if you have a plant at home, you can just like get your hands on fresh aloe vera gel and remove it off, whisk it a little bit and store it in an airtight and refrigerate it for some time. When it's like really nice and chill, it'll feel even more better, and it's a better cooling agent. Another thing, that if you don't have aloe vera gel at home, you can also get it from outside, and it's store bought. But if not, then get your hands on a cucumber. Now cucumber is 96% water, if most of you didn't know. So what you can do is take the cucumber, just mash it up, and wait for like just like 5 minutes, like let that sit, and take that water and the mashed cucumber, and then just take it and then just apply it on your face like a pack. keep it for about 15-20 minutes, and then you would want to rinse it off with normal tap water. No hot water, no lukewarm water. Lukewarm water and hot water is not meant for your face, not meant for your hair. These are the pores that get clogged the most and the fastest, and when they show is when your confidence comes down, because it has like pimples and stuff like that, and it leaves you very oily. So whether you have an oily skin, whether you have a combination skin, or whether you have a dry skin, hot water, lukewarm water for your face and hair is completely no. If you've been doing it, eliminate it from your routine. Just use normal tap water, and every time you wash your face, do not wipe it or dry it with a towel or a tissue. Just let it be. Just let the water evaporate and let it go. Everything doesn't have to be like, कि पोंछ दूं मैं. And yeah, now to the thing that I was talking about this morning is the flaxseed gel. I saw a friend of mine use it. This friend of mine is a guy, and it can work on both girls and guys. So yeah, just take like a tablespoon of flax seeds and a cup of water, and then boil it. Once you see a boil in it, put it on simmer and simmer it for about 10 minutes. You'll see it start getting thick. Once it starts getting thick and jellyish, strain it off and let it cool completely, and just empty like one Evian capsule or vitamin E capsule in it. And just, this is optional. A dash of olive oil is optional. Oil does not suit me at all, and I have never ever applied oil on my hair. Even if I have, it's been once a year, only on my ends. But since I diluted with this flaxseed gel, I just put like a dash, drizzle of it. This is completely optional. You can just like eliminate it, in fact. Again, it is water based. Because it's water and flax seeds, and it's just the extract of the flax seeds on your skin. Like, you will not have breakouts or acne because of the vitamin E, because it's in such a small portion, but it will really nourish your skin and your hair, like that little portion also. And instead of like taking it in and eating it like a tablet, I like putting it and mixing it, and then keeping it for some time and then washing it off, instead of taking something in just like put it all over your scalp and your entire tresses and your ends of your hair, and tie your hair in a plait or bun it up, and then go to sleep. Like, keep it overnight or a minimum of 30 minutes if you're in a rush, and just go and wash it like normally with a shampoo and everything, and then naturally let your hair dry. Do not use any kind of heat. Like, avoid as much as heat possible. I don't use any kind of hair serum on my hair, because again, it leaves my hair really oily, and it doesn't do its job basically. And I noticed that after I started using this flaxseed gel and everything, my hair started becoming thick again, because I've always had long hair, and touch wood, alhamdulillah, I've always had thick hair. But since my hair started falling and everything, they started becoming really thin, and ऐसे tail जैसे हो गया था. This flaxseed gel thing really helped me re-nourish my hair. And it's anti-frizz also. So if you live by the sea like me, and there's a lot of humidity, so the frizziness is gifted. But this will really help you keep your hair in place and not all over. And and for the face, whatever the leftover gel is, I just leave like a little bit, and then I apply it all over my face like a mask. It'll feel very watery, and it becomes very watery because your face has a little heat. But then just leave it, and then don't talk or don't move your muscles a lot, just like leave it, and it'll just like start becoming tight. It's actually a very good skin tightening agent, and it'll help you tighten your skin. And then again, rinse it off, leave it to dry on its own, and then see the magic. The way you want to use this is like once or twice every week for about a month. Like, see it for a month, and if you see the difference, then continue it. It's water based, so it's not really gonna harm. It doesn't have any kind of chemicals, and you can really use it and see the difference for yourself. So only once or twice per week, and or every alternate wash, every alternate hair wash. Do not wash your hair every day. Even if you're a boy, for that matter, your hair does not have to be washed every day. You can just like wait for one day and then give it a gap. That doesn't mean that you don't have to shower every day. You can take a body shower, but not your hair every day. Like, just like the oil also is a little better. Like, you don't want your scalp to be completely dry. That's when the dandruff starts acting up. When you have a dry scalp, you have dandruff, and if it falls on your forehead, again you have boils and stuff. You don't want to go through that jazz all over again of, you know, your boils and skincare and blah 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 blah. Just be easy on yourself, be easy on your hair, be easy on your skin. It's a gift from God. Preserve it. I took a wrong decision of not going to the dermat and not taking care of myself early in age, but I'm doing it now. So yeah. And yeah, it will not tell you, like, if you will have a bad hair day or if you will have a bad skin day. It's not going to come and tell you that, you know, oh my god, I'm just going to be worse on you today. So you need to take care of it and don't be an extremist. Just aisa nahi hai ki, you know, don't do anything at all or just do too much of it. Just be in the middle of it. See what works for you the best. This is actually most beneficial for people who have a lot of oily skin like me. But if you have a combination skin and dry skin, see what works best for you. Go and consult a cosmetologist, maybe like a dermat or something, and just like look what's best for you. If you have a combination skin, dry skin, you know your skin the best. Try seeing it for yourself, you know, and go as much as natural as possible. Don't go you know, buying products and wasting so much money and then not using it again, and then, you know, it just reacts with your skin a different way that you thought that it would. So yeah, just like take care of yourself, detox yourself. It's the lockdown again. It's how you want to take it. Some people might say that, you know, oh my god, we're just like locked up at home and it's so sad. But for a lot others, this is the time that they get with their families and stuff, and the time that they've been looking for and they haven't got in the past few years. It's like a break. So be kind to your body, be kind to your skin, be kind to your hair. It's all yours. It's all yours. And if you really want to look your best and feel your best, it's in your hand. I hope this video was an elaborate answer to your questions on acne, boils, oily skin, and a few products that I use, and also the flaxseed gel and all of it. So take care, be safe at home, and you know, if you don't find these products, don't go out hunting for them. Wait for some time, it'll all get better, and then eventually you can work on yourself. But just stay safe, stay in, and keep watching my page. Thank you.